Sees Terry then that in the face he struck, on grassy field runs clear his flowing blood, strikes Pinabel on his helmet brown and rough, to the nose piece he's broken it and cut, and from his head scatters his brains in the dust, brandishes him on the sword, till dead he's flung. Upon that blow is all the battle won. Franks cry aloud, God hath great virtue done. It is proved right that Ganelon be hung, and those his kin that in his cause are come. Now that Terry the battle fairly wins, that Emperor Charles is come to him, 40 barons are in his following, Namus the Duke, Ogier that Danish prince, Geoffrey d'Anjou, William of Blois therewith. Terry the king takes in his arms to kiss, and wipes his face with his great marten skins. He lays them down, and others then they bring. The chevaliers most sweetly disarm him, an Arab mule they've brought, whereon he sits. With baronage and joy they bring him in. They come to Aix, halt and dismount therein. The punishment of the others then begins. His counts and dukes then call to him Carlin. With these I guard, advise what shall be done. Hither they came because of Ganelon, for Pinabel as pledges gave them up. Answer the Franks, shall not of them live one. The king commands his provost then, Busbrun, go hang them all in the tree of cursed wood. Nay, by his beard, whose hairs are white enough, if one escape, to death and shame thou'rt struck. He answers him, how could I act save thus? With 100 sergeants by force they come, 30 of them there are that straight are hung. Who betrays man, himself and friends undoes. And turned away the Bavars and Germans, and Poitevins and Bretons and Normans. For all the rest 'twas voted by the Franks that Gan die with marvellous great pangs. So to lead forth 4 stallions they bade. After they bound his feet and both his hands. Those steeds were swift and of a temper mad, which by their heads led forward 4 servants toward the stream that flowed amid that land. So Nez fell Gan into perdition black. All his sinews were strained until they snapped, and all the limbs were from his body dragged. In the green grass his clear blood gushed and ran. Gan is dead, a felon recreant. Who betrays man need make no boast of that. When the emperor had made his whole vengeance, he called to him the bishops out of France, those of Bavaria, and also the Germans. A dame free-born lies captive in my hands, so oft she's heard sermons and reprimands. She would fear God, and christening demands. Baptize her then, so God her soul may have. They answer him, sponsors the right demands, dames of estate and long inheritance. The baths at Aix great companies attract. There they baptized the Queen of Saracens, and found for her the name of Julian. Christian is she by very cognizance. When the emperor his justice hath achieved, his mighty wrath's abated from its heat, and Bramamund has christening received. Passes the day, the darkness is grown deep, and now that king in his vaulted chamber sleeps. Saint Gabriel is come from God and speaks. Summon the host, Charles, of thine empire. Go thou by force into the land of Bire. King Vivian thou'lt succour there at Imph, in the city which pagans have besieged. The Christians there implore thee and beseech. Right loath to go, that emperor was he. God, said the king, my life is hard indeed. Tears filled his eyes, he tore his snowy beard. So ends the tale which Turld hath conceived.